we'll just encourage them to slip money under the door and go on their way. How about that? All right. How we doing? We all right? You guys can talk. This is a show, you know. Okay. I'm gonna do a song here. I'm gonna start with a story because why not, huh? This is a song called Frankie and Albert, which was recorded a lot in the 20s and 30s, and made its way into the rock and roll world in the 50s. And it's a murder ballad, and I think what folks don't often realize with these murder ballads is that somebody actually died. And in this case, it was a woman by the name of Frankie Baker, who was a prostitute in St. Louis, Missouri. And this was around 1900, and she got into a business dispute with her pimp, a guy named Albright, because he was spending a little bit too much time with this gal named Alice Pryor. One thing led to another, and Al pulled a knife on Frankie, and Frankie had a gun and shot him. So she was exonerated. It was self-defense, right? And that's kind of where her troubles began. Frankie, there was the Tin Pan Alley songwriters that were combing the newspapers for salacious stories, and this really fit the bill. And you got to remember, this is 1900, so it was before recorded music. I mean, I guess Thomas Edison was making records, but wasn't nobody listening to him. And they started pumping out sheet music and songs, because that's how music was distributed back then. You had to know how to play something, you know. And so they were pumping out these Frankie and Albert songs. And then sometime in the, it must have been the 20s or so, recorded music started happening, and the songs started showing up on records. And then there was a gal you might remember named Mae West, the actress. Yeah, Mae. She was in a film called He Done Her Wrong, which was about the Frankie and Albert story. And this drove poor Frankie absolutely nuts, and she started suing everybody. She sued the sheet music publishers, the Tin Pan Alley songwriters. She sued the film studio that made the movie, and she sued Mae West. Now, she lost every single one of these cases on account of she was black, and the rest of them weren't. And it got to the point where her house in St. Louis became the place, the creepy house on the corner that the kids peek through the window at the crazy lady. That was Frankie Baker's house. And it got to the point where she had to move. And this story doesn't have a happy ending, just letting you know. And Frankie ended up moving to Portland, Oregon, where she died in a mental institution in the mid-50s. But for her sacrifice, we do have this lovely song. I learned this off of a Mississippi John Hurt recording. He called it Frankie. Anyway. Frankie was a good gal, everybody knows. She paid $100 and bought Alice new suit of clothes. He was her man, he doing her wrong. Frankie went down to the corner saloon, didn't go to big on long. She peeked through the keyhole in the door and spotted Albert in Alice's arm. Now he was her man, doing her wrong. Frankie called to Albert. Albert says, I don't care. Come on out to the woman you love. I'm gonna haul your ass out of there. Ooh, you is my man. You do me wrong. Frankie shot Albert. Shot him 3-4 times. Said, stroll back out of the smoke of my gun. Let me see you forever die. Now, he was my man. He do me wrong. Frankie and the judge walked down the stand, walked out side by side. Judge said to Frankie, you gonna be justified for killing your man. He do you wrong. Dark was the night time, gold was on the ground. Last words I heard Frankie say, I'm gonna lay forever down. Now he was my man. He do me wrong. Walked to the scaffold, calm as a girl could be. Lifted her eyes up towards her head and said, near my got to thee. Oh, you was my man. You do me wrong. Ain't gonna tell you the story, ain't gonna tell you no lie. Never passed about an hour ago, word together called Ellis Pride. Now he was my man. Ooh, you doing me wrong. All right, thank you. Right into this. This is a song by a guy named Skip James, who played in a very peculiar guitar tuning of open D minor for a lot of the things he did, and then he recorded just one song in this tuning I'm in here, which is called Spanish tuning, and it's called the Special Rider Blues, and it was a very popular song in the 20s, maybe a little before then, in and around the Jackson, Mississippi area. It seemed like everybody had a special rider blues, most notably a piano player by the name of Little Brother Montgomery. And these guys both worked the same joints in Jackson, and they both worked in turpentine camps and other real classy joints. And I've compared the two songs, and they're nothing alike, so I don't know who got what from who. But this is Special Rider Blues. Well, I ain't got no special rider here. Well, I ain't got no special rider here. Ain't got nobody, baby, mama, to love and feel my care. up this morning looking at the special rising sun. Woke up this morning looking at the special rising sun. And I pray to the Lord that my special rider should come. Well, I'd sing you this song, baby, to ease your troubled mind. Well, I'd sing to you to ease your troubled mind. 'Cause you seem so worried, mama, and about it all the time. Well, oh, well, oh, well, now, baby, what more can I do? Well, oh, well, oh, well, what more can I do? 'Cause there ain't no one ever take the place of you. Well, I ain't got no special right here. Well, I ain't got no special right here. Ain't got nobody, baby, mama, to love and feel my care. Well, thank you. Any Blind Lemon Jefferson fans out there? We got, okay, well, I keep a log in the back. I write down how many for who. And so we got 3 for Lemon. That's pretty good, because the other night he only had 1. So this is a song called, the hell is this called? Stocking Feet Blues. And as far as I can tell, it's about a woman who leaves abruptly. And do you guys remember the jump rope game Double Dutch, where you had the 2 ropes and you had to time it just right to jump in, or else you got whacked in the ankles? Yes, yes, that's this song for me, is this song. So if I don't jump in with the lyrics at just the right time, the whole thing goes right in the toilet. But we're family, so I don't care, you know? somebody keep on calling me. Yeah, somebody keep on calling me. She got hair just like mermaids on the sea. She got up this morning, tipped across the floor, loving mama in her stocking feet, crying very well, sweet papa very well. I done all this world that I could, and I can't get along with you. Lay me down a little and pal it on your floor. I said, lay me down, baby, pal it on your floor. You can call me an easy good girl, make it down by the door. I can't feel welcome no matter where I go. Said I can't feel welcome no matter where I go. Says the girl that I love drew me from her door. She got up this morning, tipped across the floor, loving mama in her stocking feet, crying fairly well, sweet papa fairly well. Baby, and I can't get along with you. Stay awake, I cried the whole night long. I can't stay awake, I cried the whole night long. Since the girl that I love packed her trunk and gone. She got up this morning, tipped across the floor, loving mama in her stocking feet, crying very well, sweet papa very well. I done all this world that I could, and I can't get along with you. Don't mistreat me because I'm young and wild. I said don't mistreat me, baby, because I'm young and wild. You ought to remember you was once a child. She got up this morning, tipped across the floor, loving mama in her stocking feet, crying very well, sweet papa very well. This world that I could, and I can't get along with you. Well, thank you. Little tune-up job here. So one of the guys that influenced my playing probably the most is a character by the name of Blind Willie McTell. And he wrote a song called Statesboro Blues that was recorded most famously by a little band called the Allman Brothers. And somehow their version doesn't sound anything like Willie McTell's version. It sounds like Willie's lyrics on top of some sort of generic blues. And I'm not a purist in any sense of the way, but there's just a couple of songs in the country blues or traditional blues or down-home blues canon, whatever you want to call it, that I feel are like American classical music, and I wouldn't change a note of it, and I try to do it as closely as I can to the way that it was originally recorded. You know, there's only a couple things I feel that strongly about, and this would be one of them. And you always hear, especially with this particular song, and I completely blame the Allman Brothers for this. You always hear, "Oh, I play the States Pro Blues, but I play it my way." And I always think to myself, well, thank God we're not talking about Brahms or Beethoven, right? Because I don't want to hear your version of that, not ever. And so this is, I've been playing the song forever, 25 years at least. And just when I think I've got it pretty well figured out, I go back and I'll listen to Willie McTell's version of it, and I realize that, not quite, a little more to go on that one. So this is as close as I can do today to what Willie did in 1920, I think it was 1927 or 28. Wake up, mama, till you laying down low. Wake up, mama, turn your lamp down low. Got the nerve to drive this poor boy from your door. Mama died and left me reckless mind. Daddy died, he left me wild, wild, wild. Mama left me reckless, my daddy died, he left me wild. No, I'm not good looking, but I'm some sweet woman's angel child. You mighty mean woman, do me this way. Mighty mean woman, you treat me this way. When I leave this town, pretty mama, I'm gonna wait to stay. I once loved a woman better than any I'd ever seen. Loved a woman better than I'd ever seen. Treat me like a king, Lord, that gal was a doggone queen. Sister tell your brother, brother tell my auntie, auntie tell my uncle, uncle tell my cousin, cousin tell my friends I'm going up the country. Mama, don't you wanna go? They take me a fat brown, I might take one or two more. Big Eddie left Savannah, Lord, it didn't stop. You ought to seen that colored fireman when he got the boiler hot. Reach over the corner, you hand me my traveling shoes. You know about that, babe, I got them Statesboro blues. Mama, sister got 'em, Annie got 'em, brother got 'em, long friend got 'em. I got 'em, we woke up this morning, we had them Statesboro blues. I looked over in the corner, Grandma and Grandpa had them too. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. continue on with the Blind Willie McTellathon. It's a song called The Kill It Kid Rag, which I got it from the guy that taught me everything about the 12-string guitar is a fellow by the name of Paul Jeremiah. And he did a version of the Kill It Kid Rag that he didn't do it exactly like Willie McTell did it. He stole some pieces from Blind Boy Fuller's Jitterbug Rag, and then I got a hold of it and added some other stuff to it. And that's folk music for you. That's how it works, you know. Anyways, the Kill It Kid Rag with some other things thrown in. Well, mama don't allow, sister don't care. Papa don't allow, won't have it here. No, mama don't allow, no lowdown hanging around. Yeah, mama don't allow, sister don't care. Papa don't allow, won't have it here. No, mama don't allow, no lowdown hanging around. Tell me, pretty baby, that you wanna be true. When you quit wearing clothes, let the sun shine through. Mama don't allow, no lowdown hanging around. Yeah, mama don't allow, and sister don't care. Papa don't allow, won't have it here. No, mama don't allow, no lowdown hanging around. Tell me, pretty baby, won't change your name. Well, you gotta quit wearing them sweet Mary Jane. Mama don't allow, no lowdown hanging around. Yeah, mama don't allow, and sister don't care. Papa don't allow, won't have it here. No, mama don't allow, no lowdown hanging around. Where's little fish, big fish, swimming in the water? Come back, man, now give me my quarter. Baby, let me be your salty dog. Oh, baby, let me be your salty dog. Now I don't wanna be your man at all. Baby, let me be your salty dog. Well, down in Miami on 2nd Avenue, men and boys will show what they can do with that Kill It Kid Rag, baby. Oh, Sister Kate to Brother Mo, bounce that mother across that floor, trying to learn them how to do that. Do that doggone Kill It Kid. Ooh, like your mama did. Dodge your ma, you better dodge your pa, honey. Get out of town, dodge that Georgia law. You wanna do that Kill It Kid. Say, I got a gal up on Dago Hill. Little mama got a whiskey still. She'll sell me all kinds of stuff. Come on over here, baby, mix up that tardy. We gonna get high, drunk, everybody gonna do that. Do that doggone Kill It Kid. Ooh, baby, please. Dodge your ma, you better dodge your pa. Get out of town, dodge that Georgia law. Wanna do that Kill It Kid. Rock it on a Cadillac as well as a Ford, baby. You can drive it on the running board, but don't jump. Look out. You can rock it on a Cadillac as well as a Buick. Now, Grandma said that she wanna do it. Take your time. Learn to fly, do that Kill It Kid. Ooh, baby, please. Dodge your ma, you better dodge your pa. Get out of town, dodge that Georgia law. Won't do that Kill It Kid. I thank you. Ooh. I'm going to do a song by a guy named George Carter. He recorded just 4 songs back in 1930 for Paramount Records. And 3 of the 4 pretty much sound the same. And this one's the best of the 4, so there you go. In 1927, there was a big flood in Mississippi, and the river flooded all the way. I mean, I was alerted to the fact at a show the other day in Dubuque, Iowa, that the flood happened there as well. So there was, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people displaced by this flood. But it made good fodder for blues singers, and you weren't nobody unless you had a good flood song. And George Carter, who was safe and dry in Atlanta, Georgia, had himself a flood song, and this is it here. It's called the Rising River Blues. Rising river blue, running by my door. Rising river blue, running by my door. They're running, sweet mama, like they haven't run before. Come here, you sweet mama, sit down on my knee. Yeah, sweet mama, sit down on my knee. Them rising river blues sure worry me. Got to move into LA. I ain't allowed on them streets. Got to move into LA. I ain't allowed on them streets. Them rising river blues sure got me beat. Come here, you sweet mama, let me speak my mind. Hey, sweet mama, let me speak my mind. To cure these blues gonna take a long, long time. Rising river blue, running by my door. Rising river blue, running by my door. Yeah, running sweet mama like they haven't run before. Well, thank you. So, any chance I can get a refill on this water that I just spilled all over the place? We'll just mop that up. We can edit a live stream, right? It's okay. Makes it more authentic, right? I've been in worse shape. That hanky needed washed anyway. What do you think? This one's more stable? Yeah.
We shall find out.
Yeah, we shall. Let's see, what else are we gonna do here? Let's do See, my wife says that I don't drink enough water. And this is proof, right? Snot, I collect it, and then, no, it's, I don't know what it is. Frankly, we'll have to read the label. I'm guessing some sort of mineral spirits, maybe? Mineral oil, I don't know. It's greasy stuff, and when it gets too humid, the strings feel like they've been dipped in honey, and it's very hard to play. But anyway, this is this song is very old, late 1800s. It's called "My Money Never Runs Out," and it's kind of a. I found out just recently that it's a an amalgamation of two different songs that were written by these guys that traveled in. There was a brief period of time in the 1880s, 1890s, right up until vaudeville happened, of black traveling ragtime shows. It was a lot like vaudeville, except it was black folks actually getting paid to do this. Whereas in vaudeville, they weren't necessarily even allowed on the stage or in the same auditorium as. Not until much later on, but they, a lot of the songs that we call blues now actually came out of that tradition, and a lot of them are ragtime in nature, and this is definitely one of them. It's kind of the it's the delusion of an opium smoker, obviously with the title "My Money Never Runs Out." Certain little smoker lives around this town. He is lazy can be. Long as they shake it, boy, he hangs around. I love my hop, says he. Early one morning, this smoker went away from the world that was sad. And I go back to bed and I keep up my head. Don't care if I never wake up. Oh, I don't care if I never wake up until the birds get through with me. Coming back here with my big Ford, I'm gonna make them all climb a tree. Nothing like living like a money king, drinking from a silver cup. You pour my glass, you're out of my class. Don't care if I never wake up. Oh, if my money board was stacked high, believe to my soul it would touch the sky. Polish my teeth with the diamond dust, and I don't care if the banks bust, 'cause my money don't never run out. Rich food, you making me stout. Every good evening, quail on toast, I shout. Said I'm living good all of the time. Don't drink, sir, no cheap wine, and I always flirt, and my money never runs out. Yeah, if my money, boy, was stacked high, deep to my soul, it would touch the sky. Polish my teeth with the diamond dust, and I don't care if the bank's buzz, 'cause my money don't never run out. Rich food, you making me stout. Every good evening, quail on toast, I shout. Said I'm living good all of the time. Don't drink, sir, no cheap wine, and I always flirt, and my money never runs out. All right. Yeah, sugar mama, my money never runs out. Thank you. Very gently. So, would I be pressing my luck here in Kingston, New York, if I did a second murder ballad? Comes with a story if you want it. You want a story? Okay. Well, once again, this concerns itself with somebody who has passed on. And in this situation, it was a 14-year-old girl by the name of Delia Green. She was living in Savannah, Georgia, up until 1900, Christmas night. And then things went terribly, terribly wrong. She was at a Christmas party, this big house there in Savannah, and she had this lousy boyfriend, a kid named Moses Cooney Houston, and he worked for the people who owned the house. And it was his job that day to go down to the gunsmith and pick up this .44 revolver that was being repaired. And he did his job. He went down to the blacksmith and he picked up this gun and brought it back to the house. And because Moses was no piker when it comes to gun safety, he put that gun on the dining room table and covered it with a napkin. That was gun safety in 1900. And anything, you know, they're having a party, everything's going along splendidly, but then, as young couples do, they argued, and Delia called Moses a son of a bitch. And that didn't fly with Moses. He was very unhappy, and he knew the combination to that napkin. I'll wait for that to sink in. And he got that gun, and he shot her, and he took off running. And because he was 14 years old, he made it about 3 blocks before he was arrested. Delia lingered on for another 3 days before she died, and they carted Moses off to jail. And this is, the end of the Victorian era, and back then young boys didn't get to wear full-length trousers. They had to wear short pants. So you can imagine his embarrassment sitting in the tank wearing these ridiculous short pants. To compound his problems, there was a lag in his trial of about 6 months, and during this time, the poor boy had a growth spurt. So now Moses Cooney's 15 years old, and over 6 foot tall, and them short pants got real short. But he had this great defense attorney who insisted that he stay in these short pants to help illustrate the idea that he was just a boy and he didn't know what he was doing. And it worked, because the state of Georgia, they were hot to hang that kid, and instead they gave him 10 years in prison. And he did his 10 years, and he got out, and he ended up in New York City for a little while. I had a couple more little incidents with the law. And then he kind of disappeared, and that's all we know about Moses Cooney. And Delia kind of disappeared as well. We don't know what happened to her until just recently, a couple years ago. Some folks discovered where she was buried and bought her a headstone, which is pretty nice. And one time I was in the area, and I'm one of those that if I'm within 50 miles of a dead blues singer, I stop, you know. And she was there, and it was nice. And for her sacrifice, we have this lovely song that I filched from Blind Willie McTell. He recorded it the first time for the Library of Congress in 1940. You'll notice that the song I'm about to sing and the story I just told don't have much to do with one another at all, outside of the names and somebody died and somebody went to jail. Delia was a gambler, she gambled all around. She was a gambling girl, she laid her money down. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Delia's dear old mother took a trip out west. When she returned, a deer lying in rest. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Delia's mother weep, Delia's father moan. Wouldn't have hated it so bad if their child had died at home. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Cooney looking high, Cooney looking low. Shot poor Delia down with that old 844. She's all alive, God ain't gone. High up on the housetop, high as I could see, looking for them rounders, they looking after me. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Delia, oh Delia, take no one's advice. Last words they heard her say was Jesus Christ. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Cooney, he's in the bar room, drinking from a silver cup. Delia, she's in the graveyard, they never wake up. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Rubber tire buggy, double-seated hack, taking Delia to the cemetery, but failed to bring her back. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Judge said to Cooney, what was that fuss about? All account of them gamblers, they're trying to drive me out. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Cooney said to the judge, what might be my fine? I done told you, poor boy, you got 99. She's all alive, God ain't gone. 99 years in the jailhouse, judge, that ain't no time. Got a brother down in New Orleans doing 999. She's all alive, God ain't gone. Jailer, oh jailer, how can I sleep? All around my bed at night, I Indians fish is all life, done and gone. Thank you very much. So I do this thing where I play a song or two, and then I do a pile of Blind Willie McTell songs, and then I'll do a different song, then I'll do some more Blind Willie McTell songs. So that's what's happening. We're gonna do a couple more Blind Willie McTell songs. What are we gonna do? This is a song called The Stomp Down Rider. And as far as I could tell, it's about a woman who drinks more than she probably ought to. First met your mama, you so nice and kind. Done got reckless, changed your mind. You stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. Out down south, baby, I was with my broad. I'm up north, treat like a dog. You stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. Now if you don't want me, baby, give me your right hand. Go back to my woman, go back to your man. You stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. Now if you don't want me, baby, don't you dog me round my home here, and I can leave your town. Stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. Walking around, baby, with my head hung low. Sweet mama ain't going to ride no more. You can stomp down rider, you can stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. If you give me my money, baby, I will allow. I done all for you that you require. Stomp down rider, you can stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. Coming this morning, won't tell me where you been. Got strange loving coming back again. You can stomp down rider, you can stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. You can hold your head when you feeling bad. I sing and dance for you when you said stomp down rider, you can stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. Trip up on the mountaintop, come back and show you southern women how to eagle rock. You can stomp down rider, you can stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. When I first met your mama, you so nice and kind. Done got reckless, changed your mind. You can stomp down rider, you can stomp down rider, you stomp down rider, but you moves too drunk for me. Thank you very much. idea how long I've been up here. All right. I'm gonna do just 2 more here, I think. We'll call it a happy life. I'm gonna continue with the Blind Willie McTellathon. This is a song called The Drive-Away Blues. I believe if I held my sweet woman's heart in my hand, sweet mama in my hand. I believe if I held that girl heart in my hand, I believe I can teach that girl how to treat a real good man. I drink so much whiskey, baby, I can't hardly talk, hardly talk. Sweet mama, hardly talk. Drink so much whiskey, baby, and I can't hardly talk. Head on my brain, baby, and I can't hardly walk. My poor heart weeped and worried, baby, when you drove me away, drove me away. Sweet mama drove me away. My poor heart weeped and worried when you drove me away. Yeah, baby, you gonna need my help someday. Don't you fret and worry, baby, creeping after me, sweet mama after me. Don't you cry, weep and worry, grieving after me. Don't you scream and cry, baby, I'm going back to Tennessee. Gonna look out mountain down to Niagara Falls, Niagara Falls, sweet mama, Niagara Falls. Gonna look out mountain, baby, look down to Niagara Falls. It seemed like to me I could hear my sweet baby call. There we go. Well, I want to thank the Green Kill for having me here in lovely Kingston, New York. I'm gonna do one more here, and we're gonna call it A Happy Life. This is a Blind Boy Fuller song called Step It Up and Go. Got a little gal, she living low. Used to love me, but she don't no more. Gotta step it up and go. Yeah, go. Well, you can't stand pat, and I swear, gotta step it up and go. Got a little gal, she stays upstairs, trying to make a living by putting on airs. Gotta step it up and go. Yeah, go. Well, you can't stand pat, and I swear, gotta step it up and go. Front door shut, back door too. Blinds pulled down, what you gonna do? Gotta step it up and go. Yeah, go. Can't stand pat, and I swear, gotta step it up and go. Meet my baby walking down the street, telling everybody but the chief of police. Gotta step it up and go. Yeah, go. Yeah, can't stand pat, and I swear, gotta step it up and go. Got a little gal, her name a ball. Give a little bit, she took it all. Gotta step it up and go. Yeah, go. Yeah, can't stand pat, and I swear, gotta step it up and go. My baby tell her hurry home. Had no right to love her, said she been gone. Gotta step it up and go. Yeah, go. You can't stand pat, and I swear, gotta step it up and go. Gonna sing this verse, ain't gonna sing no more. If the gal call me, then I got to go. Gotta step it up and go. Yeah, go. You can't stand pat, and I swear, gotta step it up and go. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.